Hi guys, this is another one of my Weight Watcher meeting highlights. Today I went, and Eileen is our leader, and it was a good meeting, and they're shorter, so anyway, and I lost 1.2 pounds, which is good. I'm trying very hard to get back on track. That's not a woohoo moment, but it is a good moment for me, so I was glad about that. And yeah, so it was good. Oh, the talker was back. I thought for some reason she was gone. And no, she's 10 pounds from goal. And I don't know if that was why she wasn't there. And so the leader had talked about her. And she asked her, can I talk about you ahead of time to, you know, her. I'm not going to mention her name. Anyway. And she said, yeah, no, that's fine. And she has 10 pounds to lose to get to goal. She could say goal right now, but she wants to really get down to the numbers she originally had thought. And so she's been struggling with that 10 pounds. Maybe that's why she wasn't there. Maybe she was on vacation. I really don't know. So she just talked about that, how that's hard, you know. Think about it and you think, oh, I got 100 pounds to lose. Yeah, that's hard. But, you know, I guess getting closer and closer to goal is really even harder to lose those last 10 pounds. So anyway, I tried not to let her bother me. I'm improving. Anyway, so the 1.2 lost for me. And here's the weekly. And it's weight loss myths. Carbs are not your enemy. It has a little knot inside there. A little thing. Don't let the not so true facts hold you back. So here's this section. Weight loss myths busted. You know what a myth is. It's a false belief, a not so factual fact. And how can you spot a myth? If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Well, isn't that an old saying that we've known for a long time? One of the little highlights here, it says, I used to think I could eat whatever I want because I exercised a lot. I couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting anywhere. I still reward myself for exercise, but not with food. Well, that's a good thought. You know what I mean? Really should think of those surprises, you know, prizes for yourself as not food. I have something in mind when I hit my 25 pounds again. Isn't that sad? But okay. I hate to admit that, but it's a true statement. Okay. Here's 6 myths busted. And that's kind of what we talked about in the meeting. So let's see how they relate to this. And if she added any facts to it, I'll let you know. The first fact, or myth, certain foods can speed up your metabolism. Well, we didn't talk about, no, that wasn't the first one. But anyway, while I'm on that one, we didn't talk about that. There's no evidence that any food or beverage can speed your metabolism up in the long run. So, you know, sometimes people say, oh, if I have a grapefruit or different things, I guess, you know, your mind's very powerful though. So if you really do believe it, I think it could help you. But anyway, another myth, you must cut out carbs, fat, sugar, dairy, grains, you name it. We did talk about that one. And she's like, Eileen, our leader, is like, you know, tell me I can't have something, and that's what I exactly want it, which is, I think, how I would be. And I think basically you should have yourself being as balanced as you can be, and that's her thought too. So if you find like you have carbs or your problem, don't cut them out entirely. Just, you know, work them in and so many a day. Like if you have a healthy amount in mind, you know, if you really go a lot on the fruits and so those are carbs, you know, maybe nothing for carbs for dinner kind of thing. So try to balance it out, but try to hit all the things. And when we were talking about that, well, I'll talk about that in a minute because in case these don't go through. The myth, high intensity activity is the best type of activity. The best activity is the one that can keep you going over the long run. So, you know, if you don't like running, you're not going to run for very long. So if you like walking and you're going to do that over a longer period of time, then that obviously is the healthier choice, I guess, that idea. You shouldn't eat after 6 p.m. That's the myth. Your body works 24/7. As long as you're using more energy than you're taking, and loss will happen, whether you're an early bird diner or a night owl. I don't like to eat, well, I do eat past 6, but I don't like to eat too late because then I don't sleep well. And not sleeping well doesn't help you lose weight. So in my mind, I can't. It's not because I whatever maybe this myth is about. Another myth, eating avocado will make your belly flat. I've never heard that one. Okay, the truth, there is no evidence to indicate that any food by itself can give you a flat belly. Sticking to your Smart Points budget combined with plenty of exercise is what will slim your tummy. So, another myth, eating breakfast jumpstarts your metabolism. Well, I haven't heard that. Let's see what they say. The truth, we've been hearing this since we were kids, right? Don't skip breakfast. However, there's limited evidence that eating breakfast has any impact on metabolism in adults. Avoid long gaps between meals so that you feel content and choose appropriate portions at meals. I think that's, people have different thoughts about that. Because even this leader here, I think it was Eileen, she did say that, you have to get your metabolism going. That's why you should have something for breakfast. So I think you could be on any bandwagon, and I don't think that's the end all or not all of anything, but again, whatever your mind is thinking. Okay, what myth have you busted? All calories are equal. Nope. Yeah, because you think about how many is in that candy bar, comparing it. Sometimes that candy bar is necessary, if you ask me. But anyway, another one is, I used to think that once I got close to goal, I could eat whatever I wanted and I wouldn't gain. Well, that's not true. Everybody knows that one. Another one is, I avoided bananas for over 20 years because they were sugary and full of carbs. I'm sure my weight didn't go up by eating too many fruits, which is another thing that Dorothy from previous, she says, I don't think we're here because we had too many fruits. And that's a very true statement. That's not what got us in this position. If that was our only flaw, we would not be in this position. And then they have a plum dessert parfaits with yogurt and almonds. Well, that's not me because I don't like plum and I don't like yogurt. But anyway, that's the end of the book. Basically, that is what we talked about. Let's see if we have some other fads here. Fad diets help you lose weight and keep it off. Obviously, you lose muscle first. So if you're just, starvation dieting, you're not going to lose the fat that you're hoping to lose. You're going to lose the muscle first. And so then you're just going to gain it right back once you start eating the food that you've cut out. So your body needs to learn how to metabolize everything in good moderation. So anyway, another one is, I should avoid grain products like bread, pasta, and rice and other things. And they say, let me see here. My writing is so lunar. We need the fiber in those. So you have to make sure you have fiber in your diet, and a lot of those that I just listed have fiber. So again, you have to eat things in moderation. Low fat or fat-free means no calories. That is not true. Obviously, when they're doing that, sometimes they're going to put more sugar or salt into it in order to, balance out them not having those fats in there, and are definitely more processed. When you have something that's something free, they're processing it in order to make that happen. And if that's a worry for you, which I think should be for everybody, not to eat too many processed foods, that might be something you would concern yourself with. Skipping meals helps me lose weight. Obviously, you need good balance in that. You don't want to, not eat all day and then scarf at night. And then how's that any better? You're still eating as many calories, and yet you felt like that deprivation all day. How long is that going to last for you, really? Not very long. Lifting weights will make me bulk up. And no, do you need muscles to have the your metabolisms work? And depending on your genetics, unless you're going to be so hardcore about it, it's just going to be healthy muscle that you're going to be gaining, and that helps you obviously with your metabolism. So I don't think the fear should be, if you're going to go from someone my size, to worry about, I don't want to be bulked up. I think you can see that coming down down the way, and you could probably pull the reins back on that. Going vegetarian will help me lose weight. You need everything in moderation, as we said before. And lots of times when you're doing being a vegetarian, you're eating a lot more cheese and pastas and breads, because you don't want to eat the meat. So then you're going in that direction too much. If you're a healthy vegetarian, and you can be on Weight Watchers, you know, you need all the proteins and the you know, you have to figure all of that out. So don't just think, oh, you know, have an idea in your head. I think that's going to be it. One of the things, that was all we talked about on those myths. One of the things we talked about was someone was talking about making an omelet. And for Weight Watchers, if you're doing points, they suggested to use 2 egg whites, which are 0 points, and 1 entire egg, which is 2 points. And then, of course, you mix all that together and whatnot. And then, so your total use for the egg portion is just 2 points. So then, of course, if you're putting in there nice veggies, those are 0 points, depending on what you're doing. And the cheese would add some points, depending on what kind of cheese and how much you put in there. But, like, if you were chopping up tomatoes and onions and peppers, I mean, all those are free. So you could have a relatively low omelet, you know, and just the cheese part is going to be the, whatever, you know, the part that you have to add in. So it's not going to be just 2 points, but it will still be low. The other thing she said, get on the board, fail, comma, end, comma, no, 3 words to understand for a better life. First one, if you fail, never give up, because fail means first attempt in learning. So, you know, F-A-I-L, first attempt in learning. End is not the end. In fact, end means effort never dies. Effort never dies. And then if you get no as an answer, remember no means next opportunity. So that was kind of, that she had that written on the board. It was kind of our inspiration kind of thing. The whole group lost 70 pounds. So that's cool. I forgot to bring it in here, but I have a charm to add to my charms because they had that triathlon where if you were 11 stars, if you got 11 stars out of 13 weeks, I think it's out of 13, yeah. You got an extra star for going on the 4th of July week, which I did do. So I got my little charm. I'll have to show you next time. I just love those charms. And I said to the lady, you know, I was doing my thing. I said, so they're going to hand out the charms in the meeting. She goes, she looks my stuff. And she goes, dear, you're not getting a charm. I don't see that, you know, you haven't hit that, you know. And I said, well, yes, for the triathlon. She goes, oh, hold on a minute. She goes, oh, you're right. You've got 11. You got 11 stars already. And so she says, do you want it here in the meeting? I said, I'll just take it here. You know what I mean? I like to get it in charms because I'm like a 2-year-old, but I really don't want the, you know, and they all clap. It's not my thing. You know, when I can lose a whole ton of weight, not when, when I lose a whole ton of weight and I'm in the front and they tell me I've lost, then I'll be up there getting them applause because I'll be so happy to be able to do that. But the, you know, when they get little stickers out and stuff, that's not so much for me. But the little charms, I'll have to add it. I'll show you next week because it's cute. It's a little person kind of like running. Anyway, it's cute. So if this has been helpful to anybody, please share it with someone who you think might be using this information. It doesn't even have to be just Weight Watchers because these are just health tips. But like this video, give it a thumbs up. That'd be great. And comment, leave me a question or just comment. That'd be great. I do like reading them. And subscribe if you're new because I do these weekly. I go to my Wednesday meeting and I do this type of video weekly. But we have other things going on the channel. If you have never seen us, check it out. My sister and I share the channel. She does some videos. We do videos together. So you might like what you see. I would love to have you join us each week. Thanks, guys.